Good afternoon and welcome to Rubbin Minds. I am Oscar Onyiso, and it's great to have you here this Sunday afternoon, 19th day in the month of March. Yes, the month is almost over. Lots to talk about as usual. From Nigeria getting a very positive thumbs up from the World Bank. We're also going to be talking about, yes, that money in Kaduna Airport. Was it a scam? Was it a setup? Was it real? We'll find out much more later on today. We're going to also be talking about time, African time. We hear a lot about the African time as if there's an African time and there's an international time. We'll address that, and of course we'll be having a two-time Nollywood actor in the building who has basically become a very recognizable face when it comes to Yoruba home videos and English ones as well. All that and much more on Rubbin Minds today. I have Ahmed Agbabiaka in the studio with us.
Thank you.
Social commentator. Great to have you on board, bro. How's the week been so far?
Yeah, it's been great with the national issues.
Oh, yes.
Here and there,
the uniform and no uniform. We'll talk about that as well.
Yes.
But let's kick off with some good news. Nigeria will soon recover from recession, says World Bank. This is according to Mrs. Eme Essien-Lore. She's the country manager in Nigeria. And she's basically saying that, you know, things are looking good and we might very soon be behind China and India and become like number 3 in the world. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that's long overdue, and that is the progression now economically of this country. And that means perhaps whatever the federal government is doing right now, the government or the economic team is doing right now, is paying off. So I think we should look forward to it. It's a mere prediction anyway. So, and I think whatever the government is doing that is bringing such positive viewpoint from the international body, I think they should keep doing it.
I mean, this is very good news. She said, and I quote it, in our perspective with the numbers we've seen coming from the World Bank and the IMF, Nigeria's economy has recorded about 1% real growth against the projected 2.2% growth in 2017.
Yes.
So on a final note on this topic, do you think that Nigerians should move beyond this whole recession chime that we've been hearing and start looking at the opportunities in Nigeria?
Well, I think the recession has created that avenue for us to look inwards, to look at our managerial, the way and manner we manage ourselves, our personal incomes, and perhaps those at the helms of affairs, how they manage whatever responsibility they've been given. So I think it's a good one, a good avenue for us to learn. And I think we've learned so far. And whatever lessons we've gotten from this recession so far, I think we should sustain it and ensure that we get out of this. Even after that, we should keep doing what's the positive things.
We'll monitor and see how that goes. But like I always say, it's a fantastic opportunity to get into business. WAEC to reduce results release dates to 60 days after exam. If you're in SS2 or SS3 listening, you might be getting your results a bit earlier than normal. And the usual was 90 days, but now it's 60 days. The actual target is 45 days. But how do you think, I mean, is this good news? Is this
it's good news. It's good news for especially those that...
Good news for the parents who will be expecting the results.
For the parents and even the students themselves. It's a kind of motivation, you know, writing exams and wanting to prepare for other exams. Post-secondary school exams, I think there are about 4 of them now. You have GC, SSC, NECO, and the rest of them. So some actually write exams and wait for the order before they write. So I think this time around, if the results are coming early or earlier than it used to be, it's a good one, and it's going to encourage the students to do more, knowing fully well that their results are coming. The timing of the release of the result is not actually the problems. You have issues
in the quality of the results.
Yes, the quality of results, and you know the managerial processes by the bodies that have the responsibility of regulating these exams. Yes.
Let me see. It's a 65th anniversary celebration for WAEC. It's been 65 years. I remember writing my WAEC. I mean, I would give anything to get my results in maybe 100 days. I wasn't really eager to find out. But good one there. It's good to see. Fanta Sprite. This has been making the headlines all week. What is the backstory of this issue? Why such a big deal now?
Well, if not for the businessman that was involved about 7 or 10 years ago, 10 years ago, in the exportation of some of these products from Nigeria to the UK, perhaps we will not be talking about this issue today. And it all has to do with the benzoic acid content. Of our drinks, our soft drinks here in Nigeria, and the difference in what is obtainable here and what we get elsewhere. You know, they've come up with all sort of reasons or excuses about the standards set by the regulatory bodies in Nigeria, SON, NAFDAC, and why that of the UK is different. That the temperature, the weather is cooler over there. It's a temperate region there. Here is a tropical region.
But so why all the hullabaloo? I mean, we have reports here where, based on the court order that led to all of this, where they've been advised to put it on the can that do not take this drink with vitamin C, ascorbic acid, or better still, if you're going to take medication or drugs, just take it with water.
Yes.
But I mean, I'm just wondering why it's such an issue. Has anybody passed on from this? Has anybody died from?
Well, because we didn't know about this until about last week or so. Nobody would have ascertained why the causes of some deaths that could not be explained at some point. Now, the simple thing is this: is a simple chemical reaction. The benzoic acid reacts with ascorbic acid. Ordinarily, the benzoic acid itself is not dangerous to the human health because it permeates the digestive tract and goes into the body and is easily dissolved by the body. But when it reacts with this ascorbic acid, it forms benzene. This is a compound, a chemical compound that is so dangerous and is carcinogenic that causes cancer. A lot of people have died from cancer. So it's now left to us to say, okay, the cause of that cancer
this could be a root problem. It's quite interesting. And also, I mean, sometimes you get a feeling that it could be the drugs that had the issue. But with this now, it seems
it's a combination. Ascorbic acid on its own has no issue. Benzoic acid on its own
has no issue.
To a particular level has no issue.
Well, a statement came out. Federal government said soft drinks, Fanta and Sprite, both produced by the NBC, that's the Nigerian Bottling Company, are safe for consumption. They've advised in a statement by Mr. Akinola, the Director of Media and Public Relations, the Ministry of Health, on Friday, that the government said everything is okay. They passed the test in December 2016. So if you're going to take medication or drugs, the idea is just take it with water to be on the safe side.